So today I'm gonna show you how to replace brake pads and rotors on a 2008 BMW X3. So first thing, you're gonna remove the spring, brake pad spring. Now we can pry on the brake pad and compress the piston a little bit. Will make it easier to when removing. In the back, you're gonna have two protective caps for the brake caliper bolts. One on top, one on the bottom. You also may want to replace the sensor. So, since we're gonna be replacing this one, don't worry if it breaks. Now you're gonna need 7mm Allen key to remove the brake caliper bolts. And since you compress the piston a little bit, you shouldn't have any problems taking the brake caliper off. As you can see, this one, let me try to get this off. These pads are gone, so there was nothing left on them. If you don't have anything to hang the caliper, you can just let it down on the top like this, so you don't put too much stress on the brake line. So if you do need to replace the rotors, you have to remove this brake caliper bracket. If you don't, you can just leave it like this. And so we're gonna remove it. We're going to the 16mm socket, and there are two bolts in the back. So there's one. And there's the second one. This is the brake caliper bracket, so you may want to clean all these right here and here for the brake pads to slide smooth. And also what I recommend to apply some kind of a anti-seize or brake pad paste. I'm using a BMW brake pad paste on this one. So now it's time to remove the rotor. You're gonna have one bolt over here, which is the 6mm Allen. I always remove it with the impact to make it easier. If you don't have the impact, then the best thing would be having somebody step on the brakes before you take the caliper off and then break it loose. Otherwise, this will spin as you try to pull it. Now, usually the rotors are stuck pretty good on them, so you can tap on them and hopefully they'll come off. So clean the hub. You can apply some of the brake pad paste or anti-seize onto the hub here. So next time you have to do them, you're not gonna have that much trouble removing the rotor. So now here's the new rotor. You're gonna have one hole to line up here, and you're just gonna put your bolt back in there. I'm using the Textar rotors and Textar brake pads, which is the same as BMW is using. So this is as good as OEM. So next thing, we're gonna clean the brake caliper bracket, and also these points over here where the brake pad sits. You also need to clean them. So here's the brake caliper bracket. I cleaned those 4 spots and put some of that brake pad paste on it, and we're gonna install it. So let's go this way. So after you tied all the 2 bolts for the brake caliper bracket, you are pretty much ready to install the brake pads. The only thing, remember, if you get some of that brake pad paste on the rotor, make sure you wipe it before you install the brake pads. So now I have to compress the brake caliper piston so that you have enough room in there to fit the new brake pads. So I'm using this nice tool. If you don't have the tool, you can use the C-clamp or big pliers. And with this tool, what's nice about it, you just compress them without any problems. And as you can see, I put a little of that brake pad paste around here on the inner where the piston goes, and the outer where the outer side, the bracket on the brake caliper, it's touching the brake pad. And also on these points right here, over here and here, just a little bit. You don't have to put much. So also we're gonna be replacing the sensor. So sensor goes on the inner pad, so I like to do it before I put the brake pad in to the caliper. So you go like this. So now we got tied your 2 brake caliper bolts, which is the 6mm Allen key. Make sure the brake caliper sits all the way in, otherwise the bolts won't line up. Also, if those bolts are tight and doesn't spin freely, you can clean them and lubricate them a little bit. you tighten them, don't forget about the protected cups. And now just run your sensor just the way the old one was. Don't forget about the spring. And you're done. You can move on to the other side. And it's pretty much the same thing on the other side, except for a sensor. There's only one sensor in each axle. It's in the left front and the right rear. So it's only one sensor per axle. And thanks for watching.